Hello everybody, it's Max with Crypto Talk now. We're here at LCX to do some basic shopping. Well, not talking about that particular LCX in the background. If anything, I'm referring to what? The exchanges. What's going on in the overall crypto market? So, why are things pumping in regards to LCX? Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's LCX update. And I'm going to go ahead and full screen this. Check this out for yourself. Really cool. So LCX for that 7-day chart, average weekly chart, 40% up for the week. Not too shabby. Now, yesterday we saw LCX, for instance. This was basically about 25 to 30% on the 24-hour average. You're seeing it fluctuate before your very eyes between 12 and 17% currently. When we zoom in more, you do see, for instance, that the volume is way up, close to 400%. We do have a confirmed market cap from CMC of $32.3 million. And on top of that, it's just like, wow, look at the price. We're now back up into the 4+ cent range. So what's going on with LCX and why are these things basically happening? Well, we'll get right into that here in a bit. So for one, I share this on the live and I said to myself, yeah, official recognition of the World Economic Forum. So this particular statement right here came straight from the WEF, whether you're a fan of them or not. States by 2027 more than 8 trillion will be stored on blockchain networks, and LCX is doing just that. They're building the infrastructure for this new financial world, powering professional crypto finance. On top of that, we know about the Quant partnership. At least we should, right? This is Quant partners with LCX to advance CBDC settlement implementation. We were talking about the implementation period in a previous Quant video. In fact, the last one is out. By the time you guys get this particular video, there might be another Quant video. Top of that, Hedera's Hashgraph and LCX to develop what? Infrastructure for digital securities. Now, in regards to the specific message from the World Economic Forum regarding LCX, says a blockchain bank for the new financial world. LCX's goal is to become one of the world's first licensed and supervised blockchain banks, seamlessly blending traditional and crypto assets. LCX will be offering a next generation digital asset exchange, security token exchange, crypto asset financial products and services, a whole slew of things. LCX is focused on helping both traditional and blockchain market participants make the most of opportunities arising from the growth of cryptocurrencies and tokenized assets. Yeah, tokenized assets. Think about that in itself. We have seen what has recently happened with Quant, right? That QRC20 token that was basically listed on LCX, being the first ever from Quant. And of course, specifically exclusive to LCX. So it says, for instance, LCX was founded, of course, in 2018 and is based in Vaduz, Liechtenstein. LCX is building the infrastructure to power professional crypto finance. Now, the specifics. Why a pump? Why is this all happening? Well, here we go. So this is a new article published January 5th. Yeah, keep in mind, when it comes to LCX and some of these other, low market cap gems, you're not going to exactly get news every single day. So this is still pretty darn fresh. Comes straight from the LCX team. Tokenization leads the way as future of modern asset trading. Now, we know about some of the technology and so on, about what blockchain does and whatnot, right? But when we get more into the nitty-gritty about specifically LCX, one key thing that pops up is what? Tokenization. So like it says, tokenization heralds a new era of asset trading. Tokenization is referred to as the representation of physical and digital assets as digital tokens on the blockchain. These tokens can be traded and exchanged just like any other asset. That's why we mention tokenization of anything and everything. That's why LUNC does the whole thing with Tiamonds in relation to diamonds. So it states, allowing for more efficient and secure ways of buying, selling, and tracking ownership. Lately, tokenization has gained significant traction as a means to democratize access to investment in assets. The technology behind this specific concept, blockchain, aids in the safe, transparent, and efficient tokenization of various real-world digital assets as the blockchain network ensures traceability of the transactions by encrypting each transaction in blocks of information. Now, for the most part, we know about this. But what is the tokenization breakdown? And again, why is that specifically important? Because it paves the way for a new and easy evaluation and management of any asset that is of significant value. Now, of course, we can get into the specifics about tokenization, what's the future in regards to it and so on. I think a lot of us know about some of these things. If you want to take more of your own deep dive, you definitely are welcome to do so. What stood out for me, though, is how LCX, like it mentions right here, is paving the way for innovative asset trading in the digital age. They stand out as being just that, like a Web3 platform or an exchange. There's other exchanges, don't get me wrong, right? But they don't exactly cater to the likes of tokenization, right? And when somebody says to you, well, what stands out for LCX compared to, Binance and some of these other ones and so on, it is just that, the tokenization, right? We already had those particular examples when it comes to, for instance, LUNC, so on and so forth. Now, if LCX paves the way for innovative asset trading in the digital age, what does that mean for you and I as LCX investors, for instance? Well, let's jump into that part right here. So as a regulated crypto exchange platform, LCX has its own tokenized asset called Tiamonds, right? The Tiamonds project is a platform for tokenizing diamonds. So what is Tiamonds? Well, let's go ahead and jump into that right now.
We all recognize true value, but to unleash its benefits, we need a platform that opens up entirely new dimensions, allowing us to tokenize the world, unlocking illiquid assets to democratize wealth. Welcome to Tiamonds.com. What are Tiamonds NFTs? Tiamonds are super rare and asset-backed non-fungible tokens, NFTs, that represent real-world individual diamonds. The owners of Tiamond NFTs get TIA tokens in an own-to-earn model. Each Tiamond NFT holder will receive 1 million TIA token. 1 TIA token every minute over a period of 1 million minutes. What are Tiamond TIA tokens? TIA token is a fair-launched DeFi token and the governance token of Tiamonds. TIA tokens' deflationary mechanisms include a 10% fee in every on-chain transaction, and smart contract executes 3 functions: reflection, rebalancing, and burn. Reflection. You can earn passive income in every transaction as 5% fees are redistributed to all existing holders. Rebalancing. This enables auto-purchase of LCX token as 2.5% fees are used to buy LCX tokens. Burn. 2.5% of the TIA tokens are burned. Tiamonds is a blockchain project by LCX that lets you securely add diamonds to your investment portfolio and earn TIA token rewards. Tiamonds.com.
All right, so if that caught your attention, you can go to Tiamonds.com. I'm going to actually pull up their site right now. And I'm going to go ahead and full screen this. You can learn more about specifically just that, which is Tiamonds. Like it mentions, whole Tiamond NFT earn 1 million TIA. There's more in regards to the TIA token and so on. But specifically for Tiamonds, it says it's the largest blockchain-powered marketplace for diamonds, NFTs worldwide. Users can easily buy, trade, and hold their particular NFT, which are fully asset-backed by real-world, diamonds. All diamonds are physically stored in a high-security vault in Liechtenstein and are insured by the Lloyd's of London. Lloyd's of London has been around forever. Each NFT owner gets 1 million TIA token as rewards in the own-to-earn model. Now, there is a white paper in regards to this that breaks it down even more. I highly recommend you take a look into that. It's, again, part of you doing your own research, right? So it says, what are Tiamonds NFTs? Basically speaking, they represent the ownership right of real-world diamonds. How cool is that? So all NFTs are one-to-one asset-backed by certified diamonds. All diamonds are certified by the Gemological Institute of America, okay? And LCX certificates. The physical diamonds are insured and stored in a secure vault in the country of Liechtenstein next to the Switzerland Alps. If you're wondering specifically about the TIA token itself, right, this particular reward token, if you will, it says the TIA token is a community-driven, fair launch DeFi token. TIA token is a deflationary coin that will grow in scarcity over time. That in itself sounds really, really appealing. And of course, it gives you some of the specifics. And for instance, there's a 5% fee for every on-chain transaction, which will be redistributed to all existing holders. 10% fee that occurs in every on-chain transaction, which is split into 3 ways. And for instance, 2.5% of on those particular fees, of every transaction is automatically transferred into the LCX token at Uniswap. And on top of that, of every transaction, 2.5% is used for strategic burn. Like I mentioned, you can earn TIA tokens. Those tokens are launched in a fair community-driven way without a token sale. And basically, here's how to earn TIA tokens. You purchase them, you hold them. Of course, you were able to earn TIA. For instance, like they mentioned, each Tiamond NFT holder gets 1 million TIA tokens as rewards in the quote own to earn model over a fixed period of time. And then last, buy TIA. Users can easily buy, sell, or trade TIA token on Uniswap, as well as the Liechtenstein exchange, LCX. And of course, you click on that, give you more information about their particular white paper. They do have a roadmap, which is pretty cool. And again, guys, you just kind of check out how some of this goes. But here's some examples of their NFTs. Looks pretty cool. Actually, probably going to zoom in a little bit more on this particular one. So it says this Tiamond NFT represents ownership of a natural diamond. GIA graded, stored in a secure vault. The token can be traded without friction, while the diamond remains stored in special security vaults. The highest security levels, diamonds, for instance, this one, is a 0.3 carat round-shaped diamond with a very good cut, J color, and VVS1 clarity. Current price is 1,000 LCX, which is roughly $42. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. More info is basically posted on Tiamonds, and that's it in regards to that particular segment of our coverage. We're going to kick it back into LCX. It says, in conclusion, while tokenization is still in its early stages of adoption, it has the potential shape to be a way in which people can trade assets in the digital age. Thanks to the transparency, cost, efficiency, and accessibility it affords, tokenization can trigger the creation of a new financial trading system that is more decentralized and democratic. Right? And I thought this was a nice write-up specifically from that particular team. Now, combine this, right? I'm going to come back into the frame. Combine this, for instance, with the whole idea that LCX is being labeled as not just an exchange, but basically becoming their own bank. But my key takeaway again is the tokenization of these various different assets. What stands out when it comes to LCX is you don't really see a whole bunch of exchanges doing what they're doing at the scale that they're doing it. I know I use that analogy quite a bit when it comes to quant and so on, but honestly, is there many exchanges doing what they're doing? And if so, what is the supply and demand for those specific exchanges? Because if anything, you're not really seeing that anywhere else. So this again creates a unique business model for them. And I think if anything, you're going to see more and more projects come into their particular, quote unquote, if you want to call it this, ecosystem. Now, yes, you can have an ecosystem based on the tokenization of these particular assets. How do we know that? Well, for instance, you have the onboarding of LUNC, right? The Galileo protocol and so on. I think if anything, you see more and more of these style of projects, if you will, wanting to do business by being listed, for instance, on LCX and so on. I think Galileo protocol was definitely one of the standout ones for that. We obviously have seen some other ones and so on. But for me personally, when you have the likes of Quant and that partnership, that stands out in itself, right? So I'm very, very bullish when it comes to the likes of LCX at these particular price levels, even with the recent pump and so on, back over to 4 cents and whatnot. I'm looking at that rate of return. It's just, let's face it, there's a lot of us are on limited money and so on. Some of us aren't. Where the case be, that return on investment, and especially that risk to reward ratio, seems very, very appealing, to say the least, when it comes to LCX. Combine that with some of these other factors where basically, I said LCX has to offer, right? Such as, could they very well bring in more and more of that adoption, as in more and more listings of these specific cryptos that are going to be built upon them, if you will, or listed on their particular exchange, and the tokenization of various assets. Yes, you get other projects, not just diamond related projects. Real estate could be, for instance, somebody has something going on in healthcare. You name it. I think, if anything, we see the start of this happening now. You heard the expression, we're so early. Well, with LCX, yeah, I would definitely say we were so early. Now, combine that also with the idea that they are really trying their best to be regulation safe and so on. I get it. There's some FUD out there in regards to, they're the target of the SEC. Technically speaking, who really isn't the target of the SEC? But combine all these factors, low market cap, huge upside potential, the price per coin compared to, other exchanges and so on, or I should say other tokens and coins that are out there. All these particular factors say, to me at least, not financial advice, that I need to make a good position for myself when it comes to LCX. And me personally, it has moved from my quote-unquote watch list to my quote-unquote short list. Literally, it has jumped from a position of, I would say, I think the last I checked was like 18 or 19, something like that, right? It was in my top 20 originally. It has moved from that literally to a position of like maybe ranked 7th or 8th in my top 10. I'm not joking about that. I have mentioned that many times now recently on our live show. So my thing is, I'm also looking at from the other perspective of Binance, right? You always hear that particular comparison. Binance, can we get to the market cap of Binance? I'm going to be honest with you guys. Binance is like, number one for a reason and so on. I don't think that should be the objective of, hey, can we pass Binance? I think if anything, we get some of these particular realistic milestones. Can we get 25% of Binance's market cap? Yeah, I think we can achieve some things like that. That would be basically, I know I'm off a little bit here, but like maybe like, $5-6 range would basically be like, 25% of Binance and so on. Again, it's going to take time for this to happen. I'm not saying that's going to be like something that happens in the next 2, 3, 4 months and whatnot. But if anything, when we talk about these particular utility runs, where it starts off with like Quant, XRP, XLM, then like XDC and so on, I think you start seeing some of these other ones. They're tied into the ISOs, and definitely LCX is part of that mix. Now, again, that cheat sheet I sent out a while back that shows you those complete list of ISOs. Some are ISO 222. Some are going to be on the list of ISO 222. And some of them basically aren't, but they're part of that utility-driven token/coin list. LCX is definitely on that particular page, and it's on that particular page for a reason. And I'll just leave you guys with that. Really, really impressed to see what LCX is doing. And we're technically not even in a bull run. We're not even to the utility run yet. But there are indicators to show that we may very well be falling out of this crypto winter. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's LCX update. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.